Want to see early content and more from The Cinema Snob? Become a supporter over at patreon.com/thecinemasnob, where you get to see early viewings of new episodes. Plus, you can see installments of our supersized episodes, including the first parts of our upcoming 1962 in film episode. All that and more over at patreon.com/thecinemasnob.
Hi. Told you I'd get a new promo up there. I did. I made sure to do it when I was editing the last Snob episode. When I was editing Amityville Thanksgiving. I'm like, I'm already here. I'm already at the editing machine. Let me piece together some clips, make this Patreon promo, add some of the 1962 movies in there. The first two parts of there over on Patreon. Got it rendered. Good. Now just gotta remember that it's there. Gotta remember that it's there, and to move it over to the laptop so I could queue it up a bit. I'm already forgetful. I said I did that when I was editing Amityville Thanksgiving. I actually did it when I was editing the a few days ago Freddy's Fridays, the mockbuster on Five Nights at Freddy's. That's over on Patreon now as well. Anyway, welcome back again. I say that because it's probably been a while since I've had two things on the site on the same day. Whenever the Thanksgiving movie releases are out, I mean, take away the fact that when there's a holiday, like during the week, that kind of throws off my writing and editing schedule anyway. But then you add in all of the Thanksgiving movie releases that are out, and that they're usually out on Mondays or Tuesdays. So, yeah, yesterday I was at Wish. And got that review posted up earlier, which of this video and the review for Wish, I can already tell you that the review for Wish, way better video. I mean, if you're looking for something shorter, yes. I think the review for Wish is about three and a half minutes long. Didn't take me very long to say that it's not very good. This video, we might have already been going longer than 3.5 minutes. It could go 3.5 hours. It won't, but it could go 3.5 hours. So if you're looking for something shorter, yes, the Wish review is the much shorter video to watch. But where I'm getting at there, that's the one with the two Siamese cats in it. The cats aren't in the movie Wish, nor were they referenced in it, but Bert and Pearl had a little bit there at the end. At the end of the Wish episode, where I kind of said what I just said right now. I lift them up at the end of it, and I just go like, I'm going to put the Siamese in the video myself. That's because I improv that. I actually, of the on-camera footage that I shot for that review, that was the first thing that I said in it. Reason being was I sat down here, hit record, I had the door open, so Bert and Pearl were in here, and I looked down, and they're both sitting there. So I'm like, this is okay. I've already hit record. Let me see if I can do this without them getting camera shy. So I said the line, picked them both up, and improv that. Originally, that video was supposed to end with me holding up the tin that I got and going, but at least I got a tin out of it. Subscribe, notification, watch Amityville Thanksgiving episode. I'm sure it was scripted just like that. But I didn't get to talk about the Wish tin that I have here. So now I just look foolish for having a tin of the new movie Wish. Maybe this could come in handy at some point. Like Anna Brad tries or something like that. Like, I ordered a 40-year-old can of Pepsi AM, but they sent me a whole case of it. Guess I'll just pour them in here. Cheers. Worth getting the stomach ache and the Wish tin. But what am I doing rambling about all of that when I've got a donut sitting here, and also my book to talk about too. We'll get to the donut in a second. And Thanksgiving, yes, that means like all the food that we're going to be eating tomorrow. I'll talk about that later on. But also the Black Friday deals, which this is which this price will probably keep on going, because like Class of '86, it hasn't been a new release for a little bit, but I was kind of like, oh, that times out about right to do like the price drop promo around like Black Friday when I'd probably like lower the price of it anyway. So if you click the link in the comments and in the description, that'll take you over to the Amazon page where you can get this. But if you're watching this live, that link hasn't been put in there yet. But the link is over on the video I put up the other day, the one for Amityville Thanksgiving. I'm promoting Amityville Thanksgiving more than I am the sweet potato pie donut and my own book. Yes, I can't be rambling about the book that I wrote, holidays and all of that, when there's this gorgeous donut sitting here. So this is from there's a place that's in the city. It's also in a lot of areas in the suburbs as well. It's a place called Fire Cakes, where they do some gourmet donuts, and they have some seasonal ones as well. I saw listed the other day, or no, it was a couple weeks ago, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a short on it, which is typically what I do for Brad Tries Now, is I do that for YouTube shorts, but I guess only so long I could do like a Thanksgiving stream today and talk about what Laura and I got to have for dinner. I'm like, oh well, I'll there were some other shorts I had to put up. Going to see Wish kind of threw some things off, so we'll have like our nice super chat thing here where I don't even want to eat this. Look at this sweet potato pie donut. That is art, people. I almost would feel really bad ruining this. I want to give this the Paul Hollywood handshake, and I haven't even tried it yet. So it does. So you can already see it's got that nice burnt marshmallow topping on top of it. I made sure to keep this in like a nice bulletproof glass dome before eating it. Lasers everywhere. Boy, did the cat set off some alarms with that one. Okay, so this is... If this was the only thing that I got for my Thanksgiving dinner, I would be fine with it. And again, I feel a little bad when I do get like a soda or something that's like 40 years old. I'm like, this thing is like as old as me, and it's lived so long only to be drank by my dumbass on a video, and I feel even more bad about eating this, but I am hungry. Oh yeah. I have forgotten to bring a napkin in here, and I don't care. The hardest part about doing this, it is not sitting here eating. Suddenly my face and hands are going to be very sticky. I can see myself on the monitor right there. No, the hardest part is the fact that before I jumped on here, Laura said, save me a bite. It's going to be really hard. But, oh yeah, that's... You taste the thickness of the marshmallow right there. It wants to get to my stomach fast. I have the same reaction when it's something spicy and when it's something delicious. When it's something spicy, I'm coughing and choking because it's hot. When it's something delicious, I'm just choking to death. Okay. It's got that... It's got this amazing sweet potato filling in there. How do you make sweet potatoes sweeter and more delicious? You coat it in a nice sweet honey glaze. Oh, you add that marshmallow on there. Oh, there's I taste a little bit of bourbon as well. All of that comes together for me to OD on the donut, which is what the chat is saying to me right now. Right below the one that says bring back the Bruno Mattei show. I will bring back that show, if we're just sitting there eating a box of donuts. There's videos on the site where we have done that. I think Laura and I have a couple of videos where we're just eating some holiday donuts because, well, I guess we probably just wanted to eat. Okay. I got to. The more you get to the middle, the more that nice sweet potato flavor comes out. Oh, with that bourbon dough too. I got to put it back in its case. Put it back in a glass dome with the laser beams going everywhere, and the guard dogs, or guard cats rather, because Laura's gonna want some of that, and I have to save me from myself. It already tried killing me with its deliciousness. Well, thanks for spending the evening here with us. We'll get to the super chat. It won't be. I'll try not to make it a terribly long stream tonight. It's Thanksgiving Eve. I know how many people out there want to go out and get properly shit-faced. Boy, I remember when I used to do that. Like, in retrospect, why, when I knew I'd have to get up early enough the next day, be around family the next day, my hangovers are always bad. Always. The older I got, it got to the point to where if I'm hungover, I can barely function. Like, I'm sitting there in just a sweat, the shakes, and I'm just out of my game for a couple of days. It is like a 2 or 3 day process for me to get over a hangover, which is why I don't really drink anymore, other than a cocktail every now and then. It's one. But when I was younger, my hangovers were bad, but I could at least like attempt to do things the next day. It wasn't like I feel like I didn't drink the night before. No, I still felt bad. It was always in my stomach. It was like headaches I could get rid of pretty quick, really. Like popping a couple ibuprofen the next day, my headache would go away. It was always the stomach and the throwing up whatever is in there, and then bile, and then dry heaving. It's anyway. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. But no, I remember there was one time. I was in my 20s. I was probably in my early mid-20s, and oh yeah, of course we went out bar hopping the night before, and then the next day we went over to my uncle's for Thanksgiving, and I'm sitting there like trying to keep it together. I am. I probably. I say that I'm like, I probably just seem tired, but I'm sure they knew. What I don't know if they knew, if that at one point, I think the bathrooms probably weren't being used. I don't know how delayed it is. I know it's usually a little bit delayed. No, it is a good thing that happened. Somebody in the chat just said he's probably going on about using the bathroom and doesn't notice the frozen stream. See, that's where you're wrong. I didn't use the restroom. I went out into the driveway and cars. I knew that they would hear me in the bathroom I knew that they would hear me in the bathroom, but there was less of a chance for me to be caught if I went outside and puked between a couple of cars. Because everyone's eating in the basement. They couldn't see outside. Here's what happened. Everyone who's worried about their own internet connection and everything, your internet connection's fine. That was totally on my end. But at least now I know what happens when... At least now I know what happens whenever the power goes out in the laptop. I've got the laptop hooked up. I was doing some work out there on it when it had a full battery and everything. But when I came back here between this and the work I was doing there, I've got it plugged into the wall. I kind of had to maneuver some stuff, I think, at one point when I was moving the camera. And it came like slightly unplugged. Not totally unplugged, but just slightly. So the computer just The computer just, it needs a little bit of a charge, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. But then I loaded it back up, and had enough juice in it to load back up. And now I see like the stream is still going. I was worried I would have to restart a second stream. Now I know what happens when it dies. I guess it just continues. Last week it froze at one point, but I haven't seen the video in the archive, so I don't know that if it just like kind of skipped where I guess it was frozen for some people, or if it recorded fine, and then when you watch it in the archive, my whole beautiful story I was telling last week is still there about me and my son watching 16 Candles together. So I don't know, maybe that story's in the archive. I'm not entirely sure. I am sitting here, what you're seeing me do right here is trying to get this open, because in my head I'm thinking, I did something stupid and made a mistake and made the laptop die. I deserve to be rewarded. So I'm going to have a bite of this donut. But this thing is like, no, you don't deserve to be rewarded. You deserve to be punished. And remember, it's tricky to open because I got to save the rest of this for Laura. That way I don't eat the rest of it. I am like Homer Simpson, where she has to make a spare cake for me to ruin myself. Oh, what we're doing for Thanksgiving, where I won't be vomiting in between cars. What we're doing for Thanksgiving is it's sort of a tradition. I don't know if it's it kind of, I guess, when we're not with family on Thanksgiving, when we're not going to either my family in Springfield or Laura's out in Colorado, if we're just kind of hanging back, which is what we're doing this year, we're just hanging out at home. That's when we don't go out and get a lot of stuff to cook at home, because she's a vegetarian, I'm not. It'd be like maybe too much leftovers for either one of us. So what we do is they got a few Pete's markets near us. Pete's is, I don't know if there's Pete's near you, but I'd compare it to like it's a big like super grocery store. It is like it's like a Hy-Vee times about 5. Like, you got a whole buffet spread in there. There's like a cheese shop in there. Every grocery store has a coffee shop, but there is a coffee shop inside of it. There's a lot of great stuff at this store. There really, really is. So we typically go there and load up on the Thanksgiving section in their nice buffet platter. Load up on everything we need. I got the bit of my turkey, my gravy. Like, ooh, they got grits, mac and cheese. Interesting. I'm trying that. Got the deviled eggs, got the potato salad. Load it all up. Then the hardest part is that we got to take it home, keep it in the fridge while if you think it's tempting to sit there and eat the rest of that donut that's in front of me, which I'm not going to do, because the Satan Ned Flanders will show up and turn my head into an even bigger donut. So, no, we're sitting there just like ants, and we have all this delicious food in the fridge. All we got to do is just heat it up and eat it. But no. We just watch it tomorrow. We're watching it tonight. We'll eat it tomorrow. We eat it tomorrow when we watch the parade on television. The Macy's parade, not Fun in Balloon Land. I tried once to make Fun in Balloon Land. You don't know what Fun in Balloon Land is? I'm sure it's on YouTube, but there is a Cinema Snob episode of it. Hell's Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. So I tried making Fun in Balloon Land our thing one time. We were still living in Springfield. It was Thanksgiving. I put up Fun in Balloon Land, and I knew it would be Laura's taste on some things is a little different than mine, but I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't put in just Fun in Balloon Land. Maybe I should put on the Riff Tracks version. But Fun in Balloon Land, she was not having really any of that. Not any of the Sea King, not the creepy stuff in it, not the fact that it sounds like the ant from Sleepaway Camp narrating over the parade footage. No. So I don't even think she made it through the whole thing. So I guess Fun in Balloon Land, that's just yours and mine. That's a Thanksgiving tradition that we all share together. But I can probably get it. So I don't know what we're gonna watch tomorrow other than the parade. The parade we do watch. Okay, let me go ahead and get to your. I'll try not to keep you here too long, in case you want to get sick and vomit tomorrow in between cars. So all right, let's go ahead and pull up your super chat questions. And thanks for sticking around during the pause, by the way, when the computer died. Eclectic Anyway says, what's your favorite Thanksgiving film? Oh, well, I mean, I've already said. Fun in Balloon Land, obviously. I don't even know if... Oh, I guess they mentioned Thanksgiving in it. It shows a turkey in the parade. It shows a turkey, but yeah, I guess I can't. I guess I can't call that my favorite because... When am I gonna watch it again? I'm not gonna watch Fun in Balloon Land alone. That'll put me on some kind of list. Probably Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's the Thanksgiving one that I watch the most. I know there's some other. There's like, is it Family Stone Thanksgiving? Is Home for the Holidays? Isn't that Thanksgiving as well? But yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. If I'm gonna put on one, it would be that. As far as the horror ones go, that new Thanksgiving movie out, I really, really dug the hell out of. I did. I really dug that. It does feel like, Thanksgiving now has its My Bloody Valentine basically, in like look and feel and everything. But I mean. For craziness, actually, Laura would probably like this better than Fun in Balloon Land. Blood Freak, where, again, I don't remember if Thanksgiving is mentioned in it. It might be, but, I mean, it's about a guy who's testing out some, like, scientific turkeys or something, and then his head becomes a turkey. I mean, like, I don't mean like Mr. Bean turkey on his head. I mean just like he's wearing a turkey mask. So his head turns into a turkey. He goes around killing drug dealers. Then it's a religious movie. I laugh at the absurdity of that, but really I've reviewed a lot of things like that. I've reviewed a lot of gory religious films. At least Blood Freak has more of a plot to it than the Estes Perkle movies. That's a fun one. Blood Freak is. Home Sweet Home. It's entertaining. It only like barely has anything to do with Thanksgiving. I think there's like turkey on the table at one point. Blood Rage is pretty good. It is. Blood Rage. If anything, for the effects. The effects are freaking solid in that. Eclectic NUA again. What 2024 films are you looking forward to? I imagine you must be looking forward to Terrifier 3. I am. I'm really, really looking forward to that. And David Howard Thornton, who plays Art, the clown in it, left us some very kind words. It turns out he really likes our shows. He left some very kind words about it over on. He promoted it. He left us some really cool stuff in the comments and over on Instagram as well. And then I think my thought too was like, well, thank God I liked it. I love both of those movies. I really, really do. So yeah, I'm super excited for the third one. The fact it's a Christmas movie too, that's pretty cool. No, I dig that. I thought the second one was fantastic and a great sequel as well. For other 2024 movies, I don't even know what's coming out. I don't know what's coming out next week, let alone 2024. Let me just look at a list here real quick. 2024 movie releases. It's weird they're doing that new Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and it's got like a different director behind it. That I'm like, didn't you? This is already pretty good as a trilogy. Well, I was the first Rise and Dawn. I was kind of about, but I really liked that third one. I really like the one with Woody Harrelson. I really like that one a lot. But I'm like, that seemed like a pretty tight trilogy. But there's a new one, I guess. Yeah, Beetlejuice 2. I don't know. Is there a Paddington 3? No, then that. Hell yeah. Paddington and Terrifier. I am set. I'm set, man, for 2024. Matt Florent says, "Happy Thanksgiving, Brad. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Hope you guys all have a great day tomorrow." And oh, I'm not leaving just yet. That sounded like I was leaving, although I should, given I want to go out and buy another one of those donuts. Jacob Matthew, Alan Plum says, "Just wanted to wish you and the family a happy Thanksgiving. It is our first Thanksgiving together as a family, and Jack had his first trip to the grocery store earlier, as is me and Mom load up on all the food that we're going to eat right in front of him tomorrow as he sits there with his formula. And me and Laura have the full pains, the belly bloat, and feeling tired to the point to where is it your turn to change them? I'm tired. Is it your turn to change them? No, you go change them. I'm gonna put on Fun in Balloon Land. No, don't put on Fun in Balloon. You put on Fun in Balloon Land. I'm gonna go change them. Okay then. Jake. Alan again says, "Don't know how you can eat half the things you do." Yeah, I do eat a lot of questionable things on Brad Tries. I mean, it's not my regular diet. It's not. My regular diet isn't, eating gimmicky products from fast food all day or fast food in general all day. I eat... Yeah, I do eat some stuff to kind of keep the weight down a bit, just because a lot of my exercise is walking around the neighborhood, and, I sit and edit all day. And I like to get Jack outside as well, so we try to go on a walk every day. I eat I do eat a lot of potatoes, honestly. What else do I usually? I eat a lot of sandwiches, potatoes, stuff like that. Not a lot of the type of things that you see on Brad Tries, just like special occasions, because all that said, I adore fast food. I really do. Jacob Matthew Crawford, "Evening, Brad. Me and my buddy Alex did a reaction video to Paranoia. We both had a lot of fun doing it." Right on. Someone's got to have fun watching that. Depends on the version. The black and white one I kind of like. We both had fun doing it. It'll be made public on Saturday. Hope your family has a lovely Thanksgiving. Yeah, check out Jacob's video on that when he releases it. He did a very good review for Class of '86 as well. So check that out too. And he was the one who let me know about the Bruce edition. This right here is the Bruce edition. When you order it on Amazon, it hasn't been the Bruce edition for a while. Now, what the Bruce edition is, in case you don't know, that's one of the main characters in it is named Bryce. And there's a point he's accidentally called Bruce. I had to change that. Along with a few other things as well. So I had some hard copies that were... still the Bruce edition, and I was taking it around to cons. I still have some of them left here of the Bruce edition, but people at the cons like that a lot, that they're getting like the very flawed edition with Bruce instead of Bryce. But no, you get it on Amazon. It's no longer that version. You gotta come see us to get the Bruce edition. Kareem Harper. "Huzzah, more compilations, please, like you did with Friday the 13th. Pretty please, it would make Bennett Ben Samuel Tramer proud and his 40-something Bronx kid happy." Yes, it would. Everything I do is to make Ben Tramer proud. I can't put up a Halloween compilation until I do Halloween Ends, which will be next year. But no, I'm glad people like those compilations. I am putting some more together. I'm putting some Christmas ones together because I want to have some stuff put up for... Laura and I are going to be out of town visiting her family for a couple weeks towards the end of December. I think we're leaving like the 21st, coming back a couple weeks later. But I want to get some compilations together, some Christmas ones made. I did shoot an intro to put all the Hellraiser videos together. So they've all got to go through like copyright appeals first is the thing. I want to put together a compilation of the Kissing Elevator movies because I haven't been able to make Merry Christmas public for a while. Like that was a video I did a couple of years ago, I think. And there's a reason I haven't done a lot of the Hallmarky type stuff. I say Hallmarky because some of these aren't Hallmark. They're like those movies, you know. It's like Ion Television, I think, is where some of them are. They are hard to get through copyright. They really, really are. You got to go through a lot of phases for it. And Merry Christmas was like that. So I'm gonna try to make that compilation to see if I can get that through copyright again, because the solo Merry Christmas video is just gonna be in limbo for forever. But yeah, that one would be Christmas Kiss 1, Christmas Kiss 2, and Merry Christmas. I want to put together like the creepy kids Christmas stuff I've done, like Santa's Christmas Elf named Calvin, Magic Christmas Tree, Miss Velma, Wizzo the Clown. There might be one I'm forgetting. I'm not sure. I should probably put the Black Christmas ones together as well. But yeah, I'll be working on that. I need to work on that. I need to work on getting those rendered this weekend, or at least some of them, because again, a lot of them will probably have to go through copyright. MHWE Nation. Have you heard of a 2003 horror film called Dead End starring Ray Wise and Lynn Shay? I was wondering if you could spotlight that movie for Horror Christmas next month. I do remember that. I did see that. But I guess this is an episode where we're talking about being drunk a lot, because I think I was drunk when I was watching it. I kind of remember watching that years ago, maybe like 10 plus years ago. I think we were drinking. We were at someone's house in Springfield. Might have been like me, Brian, and Sarah. Yeah, I do, but I don't remember. It's like I can kind of picture it in my head, but we would have been wasted. I can't remember if I liked it or not. But I do. I totally do remember that. As for doing it as a Christmas episode, so you've probably noticed, like, I'm being a little choosy on some of the stuff that I'm doing here for, like, the next month. The next month or two. Actually, it'll be the next few months, probably. I am picking stuff that is a little, like, shorter. Like, I have kind of wanted an excuse for a while to look at a lot of different VOD movies, because I don't have time. I always really liked reviewing those. There's a lot of great material in there with everything that comes out on VOD every week, but I'm usually at something in the theater and editing a lot of different Snob episodes. So I'm trying. This was a good opportunity for me to look at a lot of those, because they are actually, there's really good material there. And they're pretty quick to get through as well. That's the thing. It's like I kind of need stuff that isn't that long to get through right now. Like, you know, Amityville Thanksgiving was like 73 minutes. I just did one on Freddy's Fridays. It was like 77 minutes long. That does make things a lot easier. So, you know, not saying that that's all everything is gonna be. No. Like, not at all. Just like, there's just weeks where I'll just need something shorter. So I doubt I would do Dead End around this Christmas season. There's a new VOD movie called Black Santa that I think it's over on Tubi right now, because of course it is. It's over on Tubi right now. That might be what I do after I release Freddy's Fridays. Hayden Champagne TCB. Thoughts on Hard Boiled, or favorite Chow Yun-Fat movie? Hard Boiled's really good. It's not, of that era of Chow Yun-Fat movies, it's not the one that I watched the most, but I did really dig the hell out of it. I really liked The Killer a lot. The Killer's the one that I watched more than Hard Boiled. Either of them I haven't seen in a long time. I probably haven't seen either since high school. But if I was to go back and watch one, it would probably be Hard Boiled, because it's been longer that I've seen that one. But the one that I think of the most, honestly, is the Killer. I really dig the hell out of the Killer. Nathan Palmer, happy Thanksgiving, man. Speaking of Eli Roth, ever consider interviewing him on your show? I would. I talked a lot of shit about some of his movies in the past. Although that'll happen sometimes, and the person's like really cool. Like David A.R. White was a pleasure to have on the show. It was really, really fun talking to him. Really nice guy. Eli Roth, yeah, I would. Eli Roth, when he kind of started out, like, because I remember I really didn't like Cabin Fever, and there were parts of Hostel I liked. There were parts of the second one I did, but I didn't like Knock Knock. And after that, he just kind of turned a little hit or miss for me. So that was why when I went into like Thanksgiving, I was like, I hope this is good. Again, some of his I have liked before, some of them like really not so much, but he seems like he would be a fun guy to shoot the shit with about movies. In which case, yeah, he would be perfect to sit down and have a good conversation with. Other than Thanksgiving, I did like House of the Clock and Its Walls. I like that one a lot. The what was the cannibal one? Green Inferno? That had its moments. Death Wish was like, it wasn't Death Wish. It was like Death Wish was okay. Like it wasn't Death Wish. It was more like I don't even really want to say one of the sequels of Death Wish. It was more like one of the knockoffs of Death Wish that you would see. But that being said, I was really like the vigilante genre a lot. So that one I thought was like, okay. There's better non-Death Wish vigilante movies than the remake. I love The Exterminator. I love Glickenhaus's The Exterminator. So if you're gonna watch like a Death Wish one, I would say that. But it was all right. Jacob Matthew Crawford says, my first Christmas Snob episode was Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. And it was the first time I heard someone make a Bill Cosby joke fresh off of the scandal. Did I make a joke about that and that? Yeah, I probably did. I don't remember what that joke was. I don't remember. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about this before. I barely remember. I barely remember jokes in Freddy's Fridays, and I haven't even made that video public yet. So I don't remember what the Cosby joke would have been in Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. I don't even like. I can picture like some things about Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, like Clint Howard and the rest of the cast. I remember more about 5. I remember more about Silent Night, Deadly Night 5 between 4 and 5. Because 4 and 5 are like their own separate thing, basically. But yeah, between 4 and 5, I remember more about 5 because of the unfortunate name that Mickey Rooney's character had in that movie. I don't think I made a Cosby joke in that one, but in 4, I guess I did. I would string all of those together for a compilation, but they're already kind of in a compilation. I've got 1 through 3 in a compilation video, and that was hard enough to get by copyright, because those were edited back in the blip days. So there was a lot I had to trim to get him through over on YouTube to make that compilation video of 1 through 3. Like, clips go on long. There's types of clips that you can't really show now, but you could back in the blip days. So yeah, I probably won't make a big compilation of the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies just because of how hard it was to get the first 3 through. Also, the quality of at least like the first couple are not good. The video quality of is saying something, but the video quality of the Snob episode on Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is really bad. There's issues with sound in when I did the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, because I think I couldn't hear it when I was recording it, but I think there was like a big hum coming from the laptop that I was reading off of, and I just didn't notice it, but you can tell if you watch the video. So those reviews don't get good until 3. I think that's it. It looks like that's it for the super chat. Yeah, we went for 40 minutes. That's not bad. It's a little shy of 3.5 hours that I mentioned earlier. So, all right, everyone. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I'm curious what the editing will look like in this video if YouTube just automatically snips out when it freezes for a little bit. So, all right. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Oh, so wait, hang on. I can't just hit end stream. Because one thing that I am thankful for every single year is the King Frat theme song. So, all right, take care. Thanks for watching.
King Frat, King Frat. Come everybody, come join the party.